a heartbreaker in Hyderabad. It was, well, CSK winning, but just about. Never mind predictions, never mind who predicted what. At the end, it's come down to a game of margins. I've got Joy Bhattacharjya, Zaheer Khan with me. No matter what you talk about, we were chatting when we saw that no ball happen. I know you don't want to pick on little things, but how big is that no ball right now? Kane Williamson, it was clearly chest height almost.
Absolutely, and I don't know why they wouldn't have a situation where they could go to a third umpire to do something about it, because that was not close. That was by a very far margin a no ball, and if you've lost a match by 4 runs, that's decisive.
Yeah. It's game of small margins, I think, this format particularly, I think, and when games go to these last ball finishes, that's when you think of these kind of decisions even more. DRS has certainly helped now, in terms of having some kind of a control over the blatant bad calls. But I think this sort of calls can define matches, and I think the option has to be there, just to review, because umpires have been checking no balls if someone is out. So I think in the similar fashion, they can look at these no balls as well. Like if some batsman has gotten out, umpires have been going upstairs and checking just to make sure. So I think when these kind of things happen, it's just the presence of mind for umpire. Also, no one stops him from just going and cross checking, because the game was going to be a close one, and that extra delivery could have mattered for sure.
But let's go one step further, or one step backward rather. Even if you don't look at a review system, the third umpire is seeing everything that we, the viewer, are watching. The third umpire has the power, or could have the power in theory, to intervene. When he sees something immediately, he sees it's above waist height, he just goes, they're on the radio all the time, mate, you got that one wrong, call him back, or redo that.
Yeah. Absolutely, and I think it needs to be done, because I can imagine the pressure of that umpire after that. It's just going to build on him. As the game got closer and closer, he must be wondering, wondering what to do, because clearly he's cost them the game.
We saw an incident where a bowler overstepped. I'm not sure who the bowler was. It was called a no ball. He knew he had not overstepped, and he almost turned to the umpire and goes, "Can I review that? Because I'm sure I didn't." Replays showed he had this much of his heel behind the line.
It can go the other way also. So if third umpire sees something like this, he should be able to communicate to the on-field umpire and change that call, because today was the case of no ball being not called. It might be the case of a ball which is not a no ball being called as a no ball, and when we see it in the replays, the same replay is being seen by third umpire as well. So I think these kind of decisions can matter and can change the course of the game, because that extra delivery, extra wicket or extra big hit can really change the course of the game. So I think from that point of view, it is debatable for sure that these kind of things, it's just going to enhance the efficiency of the game and the umpiring standards.
I'm clear. It's now unilateral communication. I call you, then only you can come on board. All you need to do is make it a bilateral communication, because he's away, he's in an air-conditioned box, he doesn't have 50,000 people screaming, he doesn't have teams sledging at each other, he's not there. And therefore he's in a much calmer situation to help his 2 guys downstairs. It needs to be done now.
And the fact is, one of the grouses that people had over the last few years was you don't want to slow the game down. But this will not slow the game down. The fact that you've got modern technology, modern communication, it's one word in the umpire's ear saying, hang on, that was over waist high. Simple.
Absolutely. I think we shouldn't labor the point anymore. But yeah, this needs to be done. And if anything, I think this could have been an IPL final. I mean, this is still a league match, something. This could have been an IPL final.